So we've reached the end of the compute section, and as we said, we discussed 4 types of compute services: the virtual machine, the app service, AKS, and Azure Functions. But actually there are more, and these are not the only compute options that you can find in Azure. So for example, you can find Logic Apps, which is basically a workflow that integrates with other services and can execute various logic steps. There is also the ACI, Azure Container Instance, which runs Docker container without the AKS. So if you don't need all the complexity of Kubernetes, but just want to run a single container instance, then this is the way to go. And there is also the app service container, which allows you to deploy Docker to app service. What we discussed with app services is how to deploy your code to app services, but in fact you can also deploy a container image. Now, I didn't discuss these 3 types of compute services because they are less common and chances are you are not going to use them, but you should be aware that they exist. So that concludes the compute section of our Azure course. And now let's move on to the next section.